Alright, so we are going to
react.
This is the finale of RWBY. Volume 3. The finale of Season 1. The episode is a monstrous 28 minutes long. Which, now that I think about it, probably includes the credits.
Yes. Here we go. RWBY! Because we're so dramatic! Oh!
So in case I'm wrong, I think we both liked episode 11 the most out of last season.
Yes.
Yes.
What?
Well, okay, alright, he's using his cane as a rapier. That's good.
I figured that, yeah. What? When did this become DBZ all of a sudden? I thought this was Naruto.
Well, I think it's been DBZ for a long time. Yang's song has the line, "I'm Super Saiyan now" in it. Oh, shipping.
Yes.
Oh, she doesn't have an arm! They didn't pussy out!
I'm sorry.
We all have to go, now. We're not leaving.
Ren, stop talking.
I know.
It's like complaint number 1 about this entire volume.
No. We will find
Shipping, 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 shipping.
Yang. We'll be back.
Okay, I think I have Glinda's number.
He just
Wait,
has.
wait, you're only dialing it now? Why not the minute you stepped out of the elevator?
Why not in the elevator while they were going up slowly?
Well, elevators have terrible reception. And Cinder won.
But Aspen,
Don't stand there, you idiots! Run!
I won't let you do.
Yes!
More
Finally!
shipping!
Fucking finally!
Hey,
Well, that's convenient.
wait.
Wait, those lockers have open grates? That's gonna be a horrible on everything. There's not gonna be any oxygen in that thing. The air pressure is just gonna... He's gonna suffocate in that.
I want to see how that happened. I want to see like what Cinder did. My imagination is that she actually accidentally hit her head first.
She just came up through the elevator?
Yes, Fiona can do that now.
Well, the elevator's probably made of metal.
Please, you have to stop her.
What?
Hera! She's going after that woman at the top of the tower.
How do you know she's at the top of the tower?
Because he read the script.
Eve Pira.
We will. Are you okay?
Doesn't he need that phone?
Why'd you go Weiss and Ruby? Why not Glinda? You know, the person you were supposed to call.
Find Glinda, Ironwood, Crow. Bring them here right away.
Yeah, what the fuck? And now his phone is broken, so he can't call Glinda. He fucked up.
I have a plan. You always do.
Again, no character build to that moment.
As the leader of this team, I've thought long and hard about this decision. We put it to a vote.
Yeah, no, nice callback to episode 8, where she stole your idea.
I have a plan.
Weiss.
Cover me!
Well, wait, how did she steal Weiss's idea?
You should watch my review. I'll put in a clip.
Ruby's plan's just figuring out what Weiss did right 4 minutes and 20 seconds ago.
I have a plan.
Oh. Well, maybe red isn't her color.
This is your home now.
She can talk to Grimm. Excellent.
Really? Like, I don't have to pay a mortgage? Awesome. Top floor, supervillains and giant monsters. How did that come from behind? Never mind.
Magnetics.
Fucking magnets, how do they work? Okay, yeah, I don't care how good your shield is or your aura, you're melted.
You're burning. It's hot.
It looks as though Miss Schnee's aura has been completely depleted.
Oh, her arm thing came off.
Nice touch.
Her skirt is really short. Like,
Who?
both of them.
Pyrrha wears hot pants. So, Pyrrha gonna die, do you think?
I would be happy if she did.
Kill her. Kill her. At least it's not a situation where it's like, I have you at my mercy. No, don't kill me. Okay. Now I'm free.
Oh, is she
Please.
melting that sword? What? Oh god, she did. That's so sweet.
I mean, Pyrrha's name is based after Achilles, so... You have magnetism!
Oh!
Oh yeah!
Oh! Oh, fuck!
Wow, Pyrrha is just not
Oh.
going.
Yeah, this isn't...
Oh, wait for it.
Oh! Oh, okay, yeah, block that, go ahead.
Oh. And there goes her aura.
You can do this.
Calling back to episode 8 once more. That's garbage. You could...
Oh.
Oh, sweet!
Oh, her fucking heel! God damn it!
Yes!
Fucking really?
Oh! Oh! Oh, fuck!
So wait, they're monsters from Undertale?
What the fuck is this?
What?
What the fuck is this?
It's all right.
What the fuck is this?
What?
What the fuck?
Is this like summer? Like, is that the Summer Maiden thing? Did Ruby just like...
What the fuck was that?
Did she just like literally cry a river? What
Oh,
the
Jesus.
fuck? What just fucking happened?
Oh my god.
Is her hair longer?
Yes.
Oh yeah, her hair's not that long.
Ruby,
Oh my god, we have a character model for
you're
you.
awake.
Finally.
She's gonna be all right.
Did he really just say that?
Finally, some good news
There's
from
no
this
other way
guy.
to take that.
Did he really just say she's gonna be alright?
Well, it was her right arm that got cut off. I'm trying to...
Glad to. What was the first thing he said to you?
I think it was something about...
Silver eyes.
How would you know this?
Wait, how did you know what Ozpin said to me? The night we met.
It's aware! It's becoming self-aware!
I can help.
Yeah, just keep going on nuking people.
Besides, our enemy's trail leads all the way to Haven.
Haven.
From Haven, actually.
Has it been mentioned before?
That's where Cinder said she was from.
Uh-oh.
Volume 2.
Sadness.
Yay.
She's gonna be alright.
Jesus Christ, Ty. That's dramatic and well directed that was.
I love you.
That's completely out of character for Yang. Like, almost...
She's just lost an arm. I wouldn't complain about that.
I don't know. Oh, I get
I
it.
mean, does
'Cause
Yang-
Cinder fall? Fall maiden. It's fall. Wait, how
What?
long has it been?
Or nobody raked that yard in months, so that leaf is still there?
Oh god, don't ship them.
Hey, John.
The journey will be perilous. And whether we'll find answers at the end...
Shut up,
is
Bren.
entirely
Stop
uncertain.
talking.
Ruby, your handwriting is a code. Was that even English?
Everything you've built will be torn down before your very eyes.
Oh shit.
I can't wait to watch you burn.
Okay.
Bum, bum, ba-da, ba, boom, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, ba-da, ba. What?
I really hate it when they end on, like, non-reveals. Do you think there's going to be a post-credits?
There's definitely going to be a post-credits. Let's just sit through this. We can talk over it.
Yeah.
Okay, where to begin? I mean, yes. Again, just like in episode 11, a lot of really good payoff moments that have no build to them.
Yeah. I think...
I mean, that, arguably... Okay, the one good payoff moment was the Jean-Pierre kiss, because fucking finally!
Yeah, that they've been building to that for a very long time. And
Salem. That's Jen Taylor's character. So she's a witch, which means this is actually a spin-off of the Pulamaji Madoka Magica series. The Grimm are actually just familiars. It all makes sense. Actually, that would be twistedly awesome. Turns out everyone's just trapped in a witch's barrier. Yeah. Ruby and all of them are actually just magical girls. John's actually just a magical girl.
I really hate, like, non-reveals.
You said that.
Yeah.
But I agree that it's sort of like, okay, we have no frame of reference for this character. Like, is she the one who's controlling Cinder? Why? I mean,
yeah, there's no, yeah.
I'm kind of glad now we have an actress an actress antagonist who can actually, emote.
Yeah.
We have no idea what the hell happened to Cinder. I imagine she's dead, but we haven't seen a body, so.
Or, Torchwick or Neo for that matter. I mean, he got eaten, but,
Torchwick's dead. I'm pretty confident in that.
Yeah.
The,
Neo landed in London somewhere.
Yeah, Neo's fine. Neo's coming back. Oh, one thing I'll credit them. They never gave Neo a voice. They gave her maybe grunts and stuff, but they never gave her an actual voice, and I am so happy about that.
She never spoke, and that was one of the things
that made her most endearing.
Yeah.
She's that silent threat. That's awesome.
Yeah.
How did Mr. Schneekum get Weiss if Atlas is now kind of universally hated in Vale?
Well, he took an airship. Must have.
They've also never really established how far Vale is exactly from Beacon, so now you have a massive hive of Grimm living literally right outside the city.
Is this the first time they've ever said that Beacon isn't inside Vale?
I guess home isn't too far after all.
No, it's been mentioned that it's outside Vale, and kind of from establishing shots since like episode 1, it's kind of shown that Beacon is pretty far from Vale. But but throughout the series, they've kind of established that Beacon is much closer to Vale than we all assumed it was, because students can go there freely on like weekends and shit. Also, another thing I found, the music in this season was nowhere near as interesting.
That's one thing I noticed too. I liked the score from Don't Miss a Beat, but it still like just pales to season 1.
Season 2 was good. Season 1 was good. Was really good, of course. But then again, I think they had a lot more time on season 1 to do music, because getting all these assets ready is a pain. So Pyrrha's dead.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That is
I'm
one
so like
good thing they've done.
Yeah, like I don't know how to say it. I'm like happy about that. I just think, hey, good on you guys. Good on you.
You finally got balls to actually do, story impacting things. Oh, don't make me sad, Rooster Teeth. Don't make me sad.
Yeah, well, isn't it sad enough that they constantly have to drill in the fact that Ren is voiced by a different voice actor?
Oh god, don't. That is like my #1 complaint for this entire season. They made Ren talk way too much.
That's your #1 complaint? Okay.
Sorry, this is volume.
Okay.
I'm imagining that's just dramatic, but okay. Well, my number one complaint, at least not story related, more like actor and stuff related, probably would have to be the fact that Ren speaks way too much in this volume. Like,
and it seems like the only reason that he talks so much was to be like, hey guys, it's okay. We got, we kept the voice acting in the family and all that.
No, that's the worst idea. It's like, okay, we've replaced voice actors.
I'm agreing with you. I
know. It's like we've replaced voice actors of someone who doesn't talk so much. Let's instead, in a bad attempt to calm down the fandom, we'll give this character who naturally doesn't talk all that much way more lines than he should.
Yeah, he had more lines in this volume than he did in the previous two.
Combined.
I don't think sloths make a lot of noise. I still don't think that's what a sloth sounds like. Nora? Please. Don't ever do that again. Time we left. Nora, distracted. It was they. They were Beowulfs. Two of them. She's been having this recurring dream for nearly a month now. She's become rather scarce ever since we fraternized with Cardi. And you, girls. Sean, what is this all about? We set out tomorrow. Team Ruby has always performed exceptionally in the field. We should be focusing on our own mission.
Yes.
Are you sure it's wise to have eaten before a fight? Nora, that's disgusting. But if you do feel the urge, are you gonna take that? So yeah, we're feeling pretty good. Sure, why not? Nora! Since when? How do I bring a flower? Why would I bring that? If there's anything we can do, please don't hesitate to ask. Nora's right. You can't let your concern for Yang hold you back. You need to focus. You'll be defending the honor of Beacon Academy. This blend of herbs and vegetables is filled with nutrients vital to your body's well-being. Please, there's no need to thank me. Algae contains numerous spectacular properties. See for yourself? Me? You're the one that wasted perfectly good juice. There was absolutely nothing wrong with that. It wasn't alone. The journey will be perilous. And whether we'll find answers at the end is entirely uncertain.
I just think they shouldn't have done it. It's like they just draw attention to it. It's not. It wasn't smart. It wasn't smart.
What other things in this volume ticked me off? Again, like the focus was just all over the place.
Really? I feel like this one was a lot more consistent than the other ones. This volume actually seemed like it was trying to get to that ending.
Well, no, that was fine. That the build to the ending, like the actual the plot itself was okay, which is the first time I think I can actually say that about one of the volumes in Ruby.
Yeah, I mean it worked as a standalone. The more you try to claim that volumes 1 and 2 are relevant, the more trouble you're going to have.
My main issue comes to the fact that the focus on the characters was all over the place once again. We had no story arc for Ruby. Ruby didn't have a story arc. It was all about, let's shit on Ruby. That's what this volume was for Ruby.
They kind of just kicked her out of the tournament right away.
Yeah.
And then,
kick her out of the tournament.
It's the heiress and the bimbo.
Then, let's kill her best friend. Let's cut off her sister's arm.
Did you see the Australia panel? The RTX Australia panel?
No, I didn't.
No. Yeah, because they made this big deal about how Penny and Ruby were best friends.
Penny's my best friend. I love her so much.
And I'm like, they are?
When it comes to characters and screen time, I just kind of assumed they were best friends.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, wow, she's like, I mean, I'm glad that she didn't they didn't try to be like, no, Weiss is her best friend, because it's like Weiss is a bitch, and like,
well, I mean, I think Ruby is Weiss's best friend.
I don't think Weiss. I don't think Weiss would admit that she has friends.
She did. Episode 3 of Volume 3. Just Winter asks, "Have you made any new friends?" And Weiss is like, "Well, there's Ruby."
Yeah,
it's like that's the one friend Weiss actually has. So by default, Ruby is Weiss's best friend, just by simple math.
Are you making new friends? Well, there's Ruby.
This is shit on Ruby. Weiss gets 2 beats of character development that don't tie together.
She does.
And what of your summoning?
Summoning and
it's summoning. It's like,
admitting she has a
you
friend.
haven't summoned yet.
You know I can't.
And then, you can suddenly summon.
That came out of nowhere.
It's I never said it was consistent. I just said it was 2 beats.
Yeah,
they have 2 beats of a
you
whole
know
song.
that thing that we never mentioned before? You can't do it.
And then you can suddenly do it.
It's like they don't try very hard with a lot of this.
I mean, Pyrrha had a whole arc.
Giggity.
But that was just to set up her dying. Not sure how I feel about that.
I think it fits. I think it fits.
Yeah, okay. I think I can give it to them. Even though because in
the whole last volume, she was like, her arc was, I'm the best, and I hate being the best, but I can't stop being the best for some reason.
Now here's the question. Here's the rising question in my stomach. Are they going to bring Pyrrha back somehow? Do you think they'll be low enough to bring resurrection into the fold?
Oh god, they're low enough to do anything, aren't they?
I don't know. That was a very well written ending in many regards. Not all regards, mind you, but many.
Yeah,
regards.
that was a good ending to Volume 3. Not a good ending to the first 3 seasons, but a good ending to Volume 3.
Good ending to Volume 3. Not a good ending for a season. That's the thing that pisses me off. Like, I've been noticing it more and more with different shows, but a lot of shows end on cliffhangers for their seasons, and I'm like, that's not the way you do it. And it's like if you're trying to get renewed, the worst fucking thing you can do is leave everyone with limp dick at the end of the day.
Yeah. It's like the principle of don't make a good show, make a show that you think can sell. And it's like, yeah, no, let's just go down the checklist of, it's like always leave people wanting more. It's like, no, don't do that. Actually deliver on.
Yeah. Deliver in the season finale, but always leave a few plot threads. Like that's the key. You develop a few plot threads throughout. Like they seem like one-off episodes, and that's very much how like Star Trek used to do it. You have like plot threads that pop up in individual episodes, and then later down the line in future seasons, those plot threads become entire story arcs for entire seasons. Like that. That's how you do it. You sprinkle in interesting world-building mechanisms throughout the season, and at the very end of the season, you actually conclude the season's arc.
Which only works if you have a season-long arc that you're building towards.
Which RWBY, I don't really think, if we take all 3 volumes into account, didn't really have a full arc. If anything, Pyrrha is the main character.
That is kind of true.
If you take the John arcs into consideration, she's gotten the most amount of focus on any other character on the show. She had full character development.
Yeah, like that was. I mean, I'm pretty sure that was.
Wait
the point.
a fucking minute! This is just RVP all over again. She's Carolina, right? She plays Carolina, same actress, right?
Yeah, same actress.
Wasn't Carolina effectively the main character of that? Of like those seasons?
The main character of
the freelancer.
Everything after season 5. Kind of.
They really, really like that actress. They really fucking like that actress because they're like, oh, you're the main character in everything.
Yeah. Which is impressive because she's not very good.
I think he means that we're all in the middle of a fight.
She's okay.
She's actually like a professional actress. She is nowhere near as good as Lindsay.
Admittedly.
Yeah. It's like Samantha Ireland, who plays Nora, is also better.
I love Samantha Ireland. She's great as Nora.
Yeah, and
barring that one weird comedic episode from Volume 3. Like, I don't know what they were doing that. I have absolutely no idea what the hell they were doing that.
Okay. I still think Please Do Nothing to the Cook is the best visual gag in the show.
Admittedly, but again, that was a situation that was utterly ruined by the fact they had Ren talking ad nauseum.
Yeah. He should have just, he should have been quiet. Like, he should have had a solid third of the amount of lines he did.
He should have had 3 lines, period, in the entire volume.
Nora! If there's anything we can do, please don't hesitate to ask. It wasn't alone.
That is how you'd write Ren.
Because, that's the only reason I think they gave him lines. I already said it. To, tell the fandom, hey, guys, it's okay. We got his brother to do it. And I just think that's like a bad idea. Because all it's going to do is make people remember that Monty died.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, you shouldn't forget. Like, but still, don't let the outside seep in.
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
Weiss went back with her daddy, who looks fucking ridiculous, by the way. A fucking mustache. Okay,
hey, the mustache is the best.
That fucking mustache on Mr. Sheets. You have a
I
ferret
love
on your
it.
face.
I just like. Do you remember? Fucking Wyoming from Red vs. Blue and his mustache and how it just made the entire character.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I really hope they don't. I don't even know how they're going to do Mr. Schnee. I don't even know what they're planning with that. I can't gauge that.
I don't like. I still think my clone idea is right.
And again, why did they decide to frame Yang? What was the point of that?
What do you mean frame her? You mean it like
back during the whole fight at the tournament? Why did they frame Yang? What was the purpose of that? Aside from, I mean, yeah, look at the huntresses, but I mean, like,
just to piss me off.
Because I kind of got the implication that that entire middle segment could be cut out. You could just go straight to Penny dying, and it would have the same effect.
Like, I want just them to reboot her. I wanted that to be the post-credit sequence.
I do like the post-credit sequence called right back to the post-credit sequence of Volume 1? Or not the post-credit sequence, but the very ending of Volume 1, where instead of Crow holding Osmond's cane, it's Osmond getting a message from Crow.
I guess.
That's a bit of... I thought it was an interesting little callback.
Do you think he can actually turn into a crow, or do you just think that was artistic nonsense?
I think that was artistic nonsense, unless they're bringing shapeshifting into this, which, I mean...
Well, I mean,
at this
all
point,
semblances are unique. Somebody has to be a shapeshifter.
God, I fucking hate that. Like, okay, are they gonna say, oh, he's a shapeshifter, but he can only take the form of a crow. Oh, they're a shapeshifter, but they can only take the form of a cow. I would hate to be that person. Get stuck as a fucking duck. That's my semblance. I can turn into a duck.
To name somebody Crow, and then to have their semblance be that they can turn into a crow.
I don't think they quite take naming processes quite as far as I do, or you do, where it's more of a comment on the parents than it is anything else.
Yeah. Or as far as I do, I just use filler names.
Oh, that's right. You're lazy, and you're just like, I'll go back and name them later.
Yeah.
Why did Blake run? I guess guilt over the fact that Yang lost her hands, and...
Well, I think... Yeah, I mean, if you if you really want to have a why did she run? I think it's because they're still trying to work episode 10 of Volume 2 into the story.
What was episode 10? I'm trying to remember.
That's the one where they like describe their motivations in great detail, and it contradicts with everything that they've done up to that point.
Wow. Yeah, you're right. How did Yang and Blake get... Like, okay, yeah, where did Adam go? That is a big question for me. Where the hell did Adam go? Did he just, like, not chase after Yang and Blake? He just kind of stab Blake, cut Yang's arm off, and just like, oh, they're fine. They're fine.
Because he did watch them leave. Like, he's like, I'm going to cut you, and then it was like Blake's clone thing, and he did turn around and watch them leave.
So why didn't he go after them?
I don't know, maybe he still wants to get back together with Blake.
He cut her head off!
Maybe he was gonna use that head for something later. In private.
Jesus Christ, man! Jesus Christ! Oh, no, you understand. There's a Ruby fan fiction like that. Where Weiss is a serial killer. She kills everyone and uses their heads for sexual pleasure.
God, I want to read that now.
I can try and find it for you, but I'd rather not. It is by far one of the most disturbing things I have ever read, and that's saying something for someone who's read the entire, who's read majority of Lovecraft's work.
Goddamn. Think they were calling homage to that?
No, well, I mean, maybe. I wouldn't put it past them. Okay, let's talk about Ruby's sudden Super Saiyan moment there.
Yeah, well, you know, when the first line in the show is, "You have silver eyes," and you're like, okay, when is this going to come up?
Not for 3 more volumes. For 2 more volumes.
Yeah.
Apparently. Oh,
yeah.
God, like, there was no build to that. There was like, okay, mentioned in episode 1, seen in episode 40.
That's
totally a story arc right there.
Yeah, no, that's a story arc.
How convenient that the person who stole the power of the Fall Maiden was named Fall.
No, see, when Pyrrha's like, do you believe in destiny? She's like, well, yeah, my name is Fall, duh. Your name's not Fall, fuck you.
Oh god, like, do you believe in destiny? Which means...
It was her destiny to steal the Fall Maiden's power because she was named Fall.
It was my destiny to die because I was named after Achilles.
I love how she got shot in the leg. I love how the shield and the arrow hit each other straight on, and then the arrow hit her in the ankle. That's like, wait, how did that happen again? Why didn't you just shoot under the shield? What's
Actually,
happening?
You're right. Like, I mean, that was a really cool effect. Like, the idea of, like, it didn't even hit the shield. I don't think the shield hit it. It broke apart before it hit the shield.
It just broke apart and then reformed on the other
Which is a really cool power. I like that. I really like that. It was a really good fight sequence. But how the fuck did it, like, suddenly, like, yeah,
and then it just bends 45 degrees and hits her ankle.
Yeah, it's like we're going straight horizontal, up 45 degrees.
That's sort of like in the previous episode when Blake fired her gun like point blank at Adam and he blocks it with his sword.
Yeah, it's like guns that are kind of small targets.
Yeah, it's like, did you really just aim directly at the sword?
Seriously, aim for his crotch. He's not protecting that. I guarantee you that smashing his blueberries would do a little more good than anything else. What else about this episode? I mean, her going like, what do you think that was? Do you think that was the Summer Maiden's power?
It was said that those born with silver eyes were destined to lead the life of a warrior.
Well, if it was a hell of a lot more effective than the Fall Maiden's power.
Yeah, Fall Maiden's power. I can summon lava. Whoa!
Ooh, why?
Summer
Can you? Well, actually, wasn't.
I can
don't you think that was
freeze time.
Cinder's power? Did you think that was Cinder's power?
I don't know. They haven't explained. Again, they have done the worst thing they have done for all the volumes this entire season. They have not once explained what the fuck differentiates aura, dust, semblance, and magic beyond the very basic components. They have not differentiated how dust and aura work in tandem, how semblances work, how magic works, and how we are supposed to distinguish them.
Yeah.
Because, like, Cinder, at that point, could have been using one of 3 things, and we don't know what it is for sure. She could have been using dust in tandem with her aura. She could have been using magic, and she could have been using her semblance. I have no idea which is which. Pisses me right off.
Because, like, without an understanding of that, you don't know how to gauge their capabilities. So they could literally do anything, and you're like, well, was that dust? Was that aura? Was that magic? What? How'd she do that?
You know what they miss an opportunity to do? I mean, it's kind of implied that teams get the full aura outread from their teammates.
They do?
I think that's kind of implied, that like a team leader would know. What would have been really good here is if like John was like watching her aura the entire time.
Yeah, then, but he totally just like chucked his phone.
I know, like
fuck this phone. Like, oh wait, was I supposed to call Glinda? Shit.
Like you wait for that moment, like you wait for that moment of like her aura going down, and then like have like a thing that says her vitals have stopped, and like have him just like sit there like heartbroken. I feel really bad for John now. I mean, not as bad as I should, because I mean I don't give a damn about him.
Because it's Jean.
But I
Who
mean,
cares?
Like that's a really tragic romance. Poor Pyrrha, I love you.
Yeah.
5 minutes later. Oh, God. So this Salem character, the Queen of the Grimm, looks like.
Or something. Where was she? Was she in, like, hell?
Well, I mean, we saw the moon, so either she's on another planet adjacent to Remnant, or she is somewhere on Remnant, and I'm probably hazarding they're not taking intergalactic space travel into this.
I mean, because, like, bunch of big old continents, 4 small little kingdoms, and maybe that's just what the rest of the world looks like.
Maybe. Like...
Salem. Salem's not a fucking color.
But she might be a monster that's, like, beyond the ages of time, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
She was right about you.
I don't know.
Ozpin is missing.
And Ozpin's still missing.
Oh, and apparently not. I mean, or apparently Crow got his cane somehow.
Probably just went down into the thing where he was.
During the Grim Uprising? Like, there's a whole Grim nest there now.
He's a crow. He probably went back there for some booze, and he's like, oh, look, Ozpin's cane. I should probably bring that back.
Crow has been consistently the best written character.
Yeah.
That's because he hasn't really done anything important.
Well, you know, he does have one really big contradictory... Or, you know, I guess...
The reason I say he's the best written character is because he's constantly drunk, and he can get away with being contradictory of himself.
Yeah, like how he definitely saw Cinder, Emerald, and Mercury when he rescued the Fall Maiden, but didn't recognize them during the tournament.
Oh yeah, that pisses me. That pisses me off more. That's one of my hugest complaints.
That's probably the biggest complaint. Period. That if anybody in the fandom doesn't have that complaint, they're just idiots. Unless they're going to do what I do and say, well, he was drunk. He doesn't remember any of that.
But here's the thing.
He probably just woke up the next morning with the Fall Maiden who was, like, unconscious and not waking up. And he's like, oh, fuck, I'm going to get in so much trouble for this. I need a carpet and a lake. And then Ozpin walks in like, is that the Fall Maiden? And he's like, yeah, I rescued her.
Yeah.
Quick.
The thing that pisses me off, though, is I have a friend who is a high-functioning alcoholic. And he does not forget things. Like, he forgets things on average about as much as anyone else does.
Yeah. I mean, if you're high-functioning, that would mean your body is used to processing that much.
Yeah. And so, like, I mean,
getting blackout drunk is for people who binge, not for people who are, you know, not people whose bodies have regulated to that much.
So, like, it just makes me question, like, why wouldn't he? Why, like, any excuse I try to use with the drunk thing, I guess I'm slowly deconstructing the one character I said that didn't have faults, and I'm just like, God damn it! This show makes me question everything in my life.
Yeah, it does. Like, even because like they have no continuity, and some of the things that are good, and you just have to pick and choose the good things that you liked. But when 2 contradictory things are good, then it just becomes a struggle. Like how Torchwick said, you know, to Ruby,
"You want to be a hero? Then play the part and die like every other huntsman in history."
And then when Crow was talking about huntsmen, he's like,
"A few huntsmen that I could only assume had been hired by less than reputable people for less than respectable jobs."
Once finished with their training, huntsmen and huntresses are free to choose who they work for, as well as what kind of work.
And it's like, wait, do they all die, or are they all private contractors? Like,
private contractors imply a whole range of moral ambiguity.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean.
Mercenaries. They are mercenaries. That's effectively what they are.
Yeah, they are. But then when Torchwick is like, every huntsman dies, and if you remember from my Volume 1 and 2 reviews, I was like, every huntsman dies
in a field.
Yeah, they go and they die in a field, and then Crow comes in and he's like, oh no, huntsmen are just private contractors, and I'm like, oh well, that explains why none of them can be bothered to do anything that doesn't pay better than, you know, guarding Richie Rich over here. Not actually Richie Rich, but, you know, some other guy who's very rich.
And then, of course, you have Atlas that confuses it, because apparently Atlas, hunters, education, and the military are all rolled into one.
Yeah, the government, the schools. It's like, and oh god, why are there only like 20 people in this huge school that are capable, or this huge school whose sole purpose is to train people to fight Grimm?
Huntsman Academy's sole purpose is to train the next generation of huntsmen.
Only those like 20 people who are in the tournament are also fighting Grimm.
And half them aren't from the school itself.
Yeah, I know. If they didn't start this invasion during the tournament.
Why did the people there have lockers? Why did all 20 of them have lockers?
Maybe their lockers just came from other continents. Maybe they
Jesus
called
Christ,
their lockers maybe they called their lockers like hours ago.
Yeah, okay, we need to perfectly sync this. We know there's going to be
And
a
they
Nevermore
all just
here
came in.
this time.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Maybe they
intercontinental ballistic missile type shit. You need a missile the size of a fucking silo to reach across continents. And it's been shown time and time again that the technology here is radically anachronistic.
Yeah.
They have the internet, but if one tower gets taken down, it all goes down.
If one of the 4 towers is taken offline, the entire network fails with it.
That is like the biggest design flaw ever.
True.
Also, was that tower on Beacon's campus, or was it in town?
I remember I complained about this. They had to leave Beacon to go to the town in order to find Penny. And I'm like, wait, if Penny goes to Beacon, why couldn't they have found her in Beacon?
Yeah, but
that tower wasn't on Beacon's campus.
So then how was it destroyed?
No one knows.
Like they're mentioning the tower is down. The tower is down. We can't communicate with any of the other continents.
Without the CCT, there's no point.
What? If they lost contact with Vale, then how did Mr. Schnee know to come and pick up Weiss?
Oh,
like, did he have like a personal private connection somehow?
Well, he's rich enough to afford it, probably.
If one of the 4 towers is taken offline, the entire network fails with it.
Did he get the news reports before everyone else? But they never explain it. Like, how did he know? Like, was he just like, oh, there's shit going down in Vale, now we have no connection, time to go pick up Weiss. How do you know she's still alive?
Maybe his semblance.
No, his semblance is summoning, just like every other Schnee.
Well, wait, what if they're,
It's not gonna work, man. It's not gonna work.
Oh.
we have found, confirmed, another major plot hole.
Maybe he knows someone whose semblance is reading the script.
I thought that was John.
Everyone's semblance is reading the script. Everyone has just read the script. Like, oh, yeah, I'm just supposed to be here. Why? Because it's in the blocking.
Oh, Christ. Okay, so how do you rank these 3 volumes so far?
Oh, do I have to give the best to Volume 1 or Volume 3? Because that's the question. I mean, Volume 2 was a piece of piss.
Yeah, Volume 2 is definitely bottom of the barrel. Volume 3 was more focused, but I'd argue it didn't focus on the characters nearly as much. Volume 1 at least pretended to be about Ruby.
I think Volume 3 was the best.
Yeah.
Because Volume 1, it didn't have anything. It was all just a bunch of,
non sequiturs.
It was all just, a bunch of bad stuff. Volume 3 at least had stuff.
People like stuff. It is really coming down out there. Snow.
I looked out my own window to see if it was raining. Goddamn. No. Yeah.
You live in California. I live in Ohio.
Yeah,
we're getting snowed in. Yeah, that's actually that's about that's at least an inch of snow, if not more.
Damn.
But yeah, I would probably hand it Volume 3 is better than the other volumes, but I mean, that's not a high bar to set.
It had a plot. It worked as a standalone. It worked as the tournament was, and
because that was arguably the worst part of this entire thing.
Well, the fight choreography was The fight choreography was so inconsistent.
The fight. What do you think of the fights in this episode?
They were all right, I guess. This one, like the fights in this episode, weren't really about choreography. They were about power.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like, because Pura throwing giant metal gears at Cinder isn't good choreography, but it's smarter for her to do that than to go and dance around her like the Viper versus the Mountain. I wish they would have done something like that.
Wait.
Or maybe more like a Hulk Loki thing from the Avengers.
That I would like to see.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you ever seen Stargate?
Stargate? I saw, SG-1 like 10 years ago.
Yeah, there's a meme that popped up. You know that Marvel meme of Captain America met two gods, still Christian.
Still a Christian. Tony Stark met two gods, still an atheist. Hulk met two gods, beat them up.
Well, then someone followed that up with a picture of SG-1. It says, met 16 gods, killed them all.
Yes.
It's currently like my favorite little thing. Anything else about this episode? The fights were okay. Nowhere near. Okay, highlight fight of the volume. For me personally, it's the Roman Ruby fight.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's either that or Crow and Winter. I really liked Crow and Winter because it was the first fight that really made it seem like the characters who we've already seen fight aren't very good. But then the Ruby and Roman fight was very, very creative.
Yeah, very fun, very much. It basically did the same thing that you just said. It showed that our fighters weren't very good. It also showed that Roman for himself was actually a good fighter, which begs the question of why he's lost on consistent occasions. I'll tell you now, Red. I am a survivor, Red. And then I get eaten. God. Just perfect. Just as I had planned. Now I will go through this giant griffin's digestive tract. I will absorb all the souls that it's eaten and become more powerful than you can ever imagine. And I shall cross the barrier. Wait. Wrong series.
The post-credit sequence should have been...
Roman climbing out of a griffin's stomach.
No, a poop with a hat on it.
Oh, no. No. Roman was my favorite villain. You can't do that to him. As ineffectual as he was on screen, because apparently off screen he was godly when it comes to thieving.
Yeah, off screen he was amazing.
Which
that's what they told him, like when they were directing that fight scene. It's like, yeah, I know there are cameras here, but they're not rolling. Don't worry, we're gonna cut to Cinder and Ozpin fighting while you're fighting, and he's like, okay, good.
It's like, really? I mean, I was playing up this whole I'm not actually all that great thing, so that like in like season 4 I can like whip out my badassery and everyone will be surprised that I'm actually really good at this. Like, no. Don't worry, the cameras aren't rolling. You can be as badass as you need to be. Oh, good. I can let loose, and everything will be fine, and everything will be great. And then, like, it's like, quick, before he actually sees the footage, get him killed.
We're gonna have a lawsuit on our hands.
His agent's gonna throw a shit fit.
We've been recording for over an hour.
Yeah, an hour.
Is there any final thoughts?
Volume 3 better than the rest. Not an easy bar to not a hard bar to shoot for. My question is, why is it better than the rest? Who or what is the reason that it's either improved or what's allowed to be better? Was it the fact that Monty was no longer involved, and so the writing team could just kind of do what they wanted? Or was there something else that we're not aware of that is playing a factor?
Yeah, that's a good question. Or maybe it's like they couldn't, because I mean I don't know. I don't have any information, but based on like that first live stream that I always point to.
How has Ruby evolved since your original idea?
A lot in a good way, because it was a much smaller story, and then it's just way bigger.
Sometimes I don't have the answers. I just have a lot of questions I want to pose, so these guys answer them.
I think Monty was really lax about what Miles and Carrie did with the story. So I think they could say, can we do this? And he'd say, sure. Could we do this? And he said, sure. Could we do this? You know, and since he's not there anymore, they don't want to... They actually started using... Like, they actually started going through, like, the list of things they were supposed to do. So, like, the first 2 volumes had a lot of, like, new ideas and not, like, moving the story along. And then in volume 3, after Monty wasn't there anymore to say, oh yeah, it's okay, go ahead, do your thing. Then they stopped putting their own ideas into it so much and started actually going through what the plot was supposed to be.
Because they weren't confident that he would have said yes to new ideas.
Because, I mean, I remember from the Volume 1 commentary, I think it was the volume, it was somewhere, but they implied that they were supposed to have introduced Crow in Volume 1, right? Or maybe Volume 2?
The mission was going to be a little bit different.
There was a huge arc and character from the original.
Right?
The whole concept of this season had this huge thing where I'm like, well, we should probably cut this. There's stuff in here that was like, oh, we wish we had in 1. It was huge in many ways.
But I think it just goes to show like how much things can change.
I remember them saying they were supposed to have introduced Crow earlier. But they pushed it in favor of new ideas and new characters. And, like, I think maybe now that they don't have Monty to, like, greenlight new ideas, that they're actually going through what the initial story was supposed to be.
Interesting.
Which, you know, for the better and the worse.
Interesting.
But that's just a theory. I mean, I need to...
We need to listen to the character commentary.
Yeah, the commentary, which it's gonna be a fucking while.
What, 3 months now? Hell, we'll have our Dark Souls Let's Play recorded by then. Dark Souls 3.
Dark Souls Let's Plays. Oh god, Dark Souls 3.
Yeah. I'm so hyped. Thank you everyone for watching. I guess, well, Volume 3, it finally did some good things, everyone. Sort of. Yay.